I've had a long lunch and I'm coming back home on the train. It's started at 12, it's now finished at 6. Absolutely smashed. The train is packed, so I push down the window and hang down the window and for some bizarre reason decide to film myself go. What happens if something came past there? You know, there was a man decapitated not so long ago hanging out the train down to Gatwick Express. Hi, I'm Ruari. Welcome to 1 Year No Beer. So a bit of backstory. I'm originally from a small island off the west coast of Scotland, as is with many parts of the UK, pretty much ingrained in you that you drink a lot as societal norms, etc. It wasn't until I moved down to London, I started work as a broker, an oil broker. The two, work hard, play hard, absolutely married perfectly. I would say over the years I sort of had this, not an unhealthy relationship with alcohol, because I was never coming home and drinking on my own or needed a drink. When I got a bit older or I wanted to focus on stuff, I've now got a wife and a child, it started to wear a bit thin. Coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning. If I was honest with myself, it was causing friction in other areas. I'd started to see some health issues come up. The one thing I didn't blame for all of these problems at the time was alcohol. I just wanted to point the finger at everything else. I took an anger management program. On the anger management program, it said that coffee and alcohol are the two biggest instigators of anger. I never knew that. So when I read that, I thought, okay, I'll drop them for the length of this program. And the program was about 90 days. That is when everything changed. I couldn't believe how much happier and healthier and fitter I felt. It was just like this fog was lifted. I just felt incredible. I realized then, at that point, that it wasn't, the alcohol was not the problem in my relationship, right? But it was masking the problems. It was hiding the problems. I couldn't really get to the bottom of these issues while I was still numbing myself, and that's effectively what it was. After I did my 90-day challenge, I met up with my now co-founder, Andy, and he'd done 6 months alcohol-free. He'd been to Ireland for his 40th birthday party and hadn't drunk a drop. I can do this. Now, my birthday coming up, I had Christmas coming up, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to see what it feels like. All of these things, I thought I was going to lose my job. I actually thought my wife may not love me anymore. My friends, they're not going to like me anymore, because alcohol is everywhere and it's what everyone does. It was a key part of my identity. I'd actually created myself a brand around being Scottish, around knowing my whiskies. That was like a key thing for me as in my entertaining with customers. It was so ingrained in my identity. When I dropped it, I grew my business by 50%. I reduced my cost by 30% in the first year. That's absolutely insane. My wife and I regularly agree we are more in love than we've ever been. It took away half the battle. And when you take away half the battle, there is no battle. We could talk honestly and openly without screaming at each other all the time. This is one of the best things I ever did in my life. It's had the greatest impact on my life. I've condensed all of that learning into something which I know could do the same for you. And as I say to everyone, what if? What if?